I'm Andrea Nathanson, and I'm from Toronto, Canada. And I'm at Sanoviv, finishing off my second week here on Monday. I came here very, very ill with a lead toxicity. But my first experience with Sanoviv was when I phoned in to speak to a wonderful doctor who took my call, Dr. Harmony Rodriguez. And she was the first person that I'd spoken to in 3 years who knew exactly what I was talking about and knew more than I had. Because I'm a nurse for 25 years, I own a healthcare company, I work with all sorts of specialists in our city and across the country, and I still couldn't find anybody who could help me with the fact that I was dying from lead poisoning. And Dr. Rodriguez told me that if she gave me an idea of how Sanoviv could help me with a plan, and she told me that brave people come to Sanoviv. People who who aren't prepared to put a Band-Aid on their disease, on their problems. People who want to come clean, really want to get to the root of what's going on and heal and be well. And she guaranteed a success if I was prepared to come here and work with her. And we arrived, we wanted to leave the next day, but we weren't able to get here because they closed for Christmas, and that was perfect because we got them all nice and fresh, and we arrived right after. And it's 10 days later, 11 days later, and this place has saved my life. I have a life now. It's been an incredible, every day, an incredible experience, every moment at this place. It is Garden of Eden on earth. There is no other place, in my humblest way I can say this, I'm very versed in what's available in terms of therapies and hospital settings across the United States, because a lot of our clients go into the United States for care to these Johns Hopkins, MD Anderson, different types of centers where they go for this type of approach, and they come back with basically what we can offer in Canada. Here, this was a totally different approach. Medical approach, which I could relate to because I'm a medically minded person, and yet looking at all the complementary ways and alternative ways for healing. And ultimately it turned out that they discovered an underlying issue that I had that nobody even had talked about, discussed. She searched back through my records, which I had brought, which is a very important thing to do, bring as many records as you have when you come to Sanoviv. She searched back, she really got to know who I was, what I'd gone through over the last years before lead poisoning. So she searched before that, and she developed She found out what was the culprit and why I developed lead poisoning. So what Sanoviv does is it doesn't just treat the symptom, it looks at why you even have the symptom. And that's the basis behind healthcare. From that place, now that I'm alive and able to carry on, and my husband and I, Wayne, will go forward with our company, this will be our approach. Making sure that we're always not just looking at the symptom, but looking and trying to delve deeper as to why people become vulnerable to disease. I have learned more in this time at Sanoviv in 10 days than I have learned in 25 years of working as a nurse in every type of capacity that you could imagine. My whole focus now, I'm saying to one of the psychologists that you see when you come to Sanoviv, you have a whole team, you don't bend the rules. They tell you what you're going to do, and I like that, because when you're sick, you need a captain. And there's a captain, your doctor is your captain, and they take care of you. And that you will follow and you talk to these different people, and they support you as you go through your process, and they educate you every step of the way. You go home filled with knowledge, with reports and information that is so easy to understand and so easy for us to now share with our physicians back home, and to show that combining the medical model, which is Sanoviv's approach, there's medical doctors here, this is a medical facility, but they're using advanced methods of healing people for long term. This is not give you the pill, okay, now you can go away for a little while, here you're better. This is, I don't want to give you the pill until I figure out why I need to give you the pill. And if I have to give you the pill, I will. But let's just see if you need it. Let's figure it out. And God placed Sanoviv on this planet. One of the things I learned as I was learning in my religion and scripture is that God doesn't put a disease before he has the cure. There's always a cure for a disease. He won't give you any hardship before he gives you the cure. Sanoviv is the cure. You come here for the cure. So if you want to be well, you come here, you get yourself straight, and you get a program, you get educated, and then you go back and you live your life. And with health, quality, dignity, education, and hopefully you hand on what you've gained to others, because that's what it's all about. It's looking after ourselves, it's looking after each other, and it's being love, peace, and blessings. Thank you forever.